Yo, what up, boys? Anyone here today? Wow.
All right, gearing up for the second half. It's Gerald Glassford for the Lakers Fast Break. Truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch us here on the show. I know Nick is in the chat. Always good to have him here. And Mr. Allen, what's up? Naughty Girl, Daniel, Xbox, shout out to you guys that are on YouTube. Truly appreciate you joining us. Also on Facebook as well, from everywhere around the world. Thank you again for joining us. It's Gerald Glassford coming in for the second half of Minnesota, Dallas. Minnesota leads by 3.
Gerald, what's up?
What's up, my friend? How you doing?
Good, good. Hope you could hear me okay.
Yes, hear you great. As we get started with the second half. Looking forward to it, my friend.
Yeah, hopefully the others could join at some point.
I hope so too. I thought Sean said he was coming on soon.
You know, Sean, Gerald, probably hot yogaing right now.
Yeah, that's true. That has been his priority lately, and I can see why. So that's cool. I know Joe's been busy because he gets a little snappier when I ask him if he's available. So
He's probably out in Texas, right?
exactly after that
Yeah.
deal. So 3-point game at the half. Kyrie Irving has been playing excellent for Dallas, and that's keeping him in the game right now. Minnesota just has got to figure out a way to be a little bit better defensively, and they could have this game easy. Cool, bro. It's okay, man. You know you're not on a time frame with us. If you're calling your friends, go ahead, call your friends. It's okay. You can live. You can have a life. You got to hit that shot, Conley, when you got it that open. You could have done something with that, Gobert. You just watched it happen. They were holding him too. Let me ask you this, Nick. When has a drop coverage worked?
I can't remember.
Just trying to figure that out because
Yeah. Gerald, I know that you played basketball. Just curious, did you ever like coach it even recreationally or something like that?
the only thing I've coached was soccer. That's a good question. But no, I did play. Did play in a little bit of high school, but I played quite extensively in my 20s and early 30s. So, but I know I never really coached basketball. It's something I should have entertained. But I did. I coached soccer. That was fun. I like to.
So you were a head coach in soccer, Gerald?
Yeah, just for kids teams. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that was fun. I'd like to do it again for the. We've talked about doing it. My girls and I getting together for a coaching staff. Doing it for like the smallest of kids, like the 4 and 5 years olds. Just watching them just run around like half.
Yeah. Do your kids still play sports, Gerald, or no?
That's a good question. No, they stopped. They both were playing soccer for a while, but no, they decided to around when they were both around 12, 13 to just let it go. They still stay active and exercise regularly. That's something they both do quite often, in fact, daily. But as far as sports, no, I wish they would have, but I wasn't going to force them into it. So, how long? Just a season. Actually, a couple seasons. I do. My time as an assistant coach was much more eventful than when I was a coach. I'll just say that. Man, that was bad. I talked about how if Minnesota's offense bogs down, it leaves them very vulnerable. Did I play soccer? Yeah, for several years. I played until just before I went into high school. I was a pretty good defender. I had earned all city honors at one time. So yeah, I was pretty good at it. I had a big foot. I could kick pretty far. Gerald, I found out that I could be a superhero. I'm going to be a sword fighting superhero. Well, you go ahead and do that. Go to, since you live in the Southern California area, go to one of the deepest, darkest corners and see if you can go ahead and fight crime. See where that gets you.
Gerald, one question I had about like organized sports and specifically with respect to Vegas.
Yeah.
How do obviously with the heat in Vegas, like, and with spring sports and maybe even summer training for certain sports, how do the kids out there manage the heat? For example, football or soccer, is there like indoor courts or?
There are some indoor courts, but most are still exterior, and a lot of it's done at night. We do wait until like right about now. To be honest with you, Nick, practices we held like at 7-8 p.m. Games were held late, and then or in the morning we would go as early as we could. As far as starting for when it's actual games on Saturdays, yeah, starting as early as possible because we knew by 1 o'clock the kids would be toast. Okay, that would be cool, bro. That I encourage you to do. Get into fencing. There you go. Minnesota is keeping Dallas into the game right now. Gerald, what feels cold to you? Know that now that you live in, what feels cold to me? It's a good question. Anything under 70. I know that sounds stupid, but anything under 70, it gets kind of chilly out here for us. We think it's cold, and we know we're stupid when we're saying that, but it is what it is when you're, here for 110 degrees. Like yesterday, after my daughter's graduation, I was out there for about an hour waiting for to get out of the Orleans arena. All the graduates coming out, and that was like in 95, close to 100-degree heat. So yeah, that wasn't pleasant.
Oh, so Gerald, she graduated at the Orleans Hotel?
Orleans Casino, yeah. The
Okay.
two major arenas, the old Thomas the Mack, or the Orleans Arena, were for the middle schools and high schools were the graduation ceremonies this time around. I think for UNLV, I don't know if they still do it at T&M or if they're going to switch it over to T-Mobile. I don't know because that's a nicer new arena. But I know that Orleans Arena did about 3 or 4 schools yesterday, back to back to back, and I know that Thomas and Mack has been doing it for the past couple of days.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I had no idea that they graduated folks there.
Oh yeah. All the schools. See, the schools finish out early. I was talking to my friend in Canada earlier today, and he said, "Yeah, there's still a ways to go for them as far as their school up in Canada." It's like, yep. Oh wow. I remember as a kid, Nick, in SoCal, we would always get out right around my sister's birthday, right around the 15th of the month, next month in June. We would start in September and go June. Here they do like August, and they're done before Memorial Day.
Yeah, Gerald. I mean, even when I graduated from high school, I remember I graduated June 7th. So, it was never earlier than like June 7th or June 10th, something like that.
Yep.
And to hear kids getting out in May, I mean, that was unheard of.
Yeah, it's so weird. Something I had to get used to. Like, really? They start when? Yeah, Alan, a lot of ISO, they just get out of a funk and they go ISO just like the Lakers do, and it costs them every time. Oh, cool, bro. I don't even give me or the guys here ammunition for that. You're asking for trouble. What time does school start and end? I can tell you. Let me just type that in here. Depending on where you go, those are the times. My daughters, they matriculated from the middle one, 8 to 2:30, to when they went to high school, they were 7 to 1:30. But yeah, Alan, you're right. Minnesota's offense is that's what's going to keep them bogged down. They forget about what they're doing. They just forget about their offense. They forget about the flow, moving the ball, sharing the ball, movement, ball and man movement. Uh-oh, Nick, you've got a question for you.
Let me give that some thought, cool, bro.
Well, watching Boston yesterday, Alan, I saw some signs as well for them. They showed a lot of weaknesses as well. I mean, they should have lost to Indiana yesterday. No question about it. Indiana choked that game and choked that game hard. Nick and I were here. Nick called it. That was one of the best calls by Nick. Just the way he was talking about Tyrese Halliburton. He called it 100% right there. And just the mistakes did not need to happen.
Gerald, as far as this game, who are you feeling good about?
I still feel good about Minnesota because if they're looking this bad and they're going to actually pull ahead by one, if they get their offense going and they get on a roll, I don't know how Dallas can keep up with them. Dallas has just got to just try and throw any junk defense they can out of just to try and keep them whatever motivated to continue the ISOs because this is what when they don't run their offense and it gets bogged down, that's what actually slows down the Wolves. Wolves off their worst. Sometimes the best defense by Dallas is the Minnesota offense themselves hurting themselves. There you go. If he starts hitting shots, yeah, that's trouble. I don't know what Gobert is doing. He just does not have his hands up, and I don't know why. It's like the third time in this half. Oh, he caught the ball for once. Good. I'm interested to see, Nick, how far. See, look how far they're playing out Doncic. That's a weak foul. Yeah, Blue Magic. I follow a little bit the scene going on for soccer. I'm not huge into it, but yeah, I'm okay at it.
And Gerald, Towns is not having a great game.
And that was a key for them. I thought he was going to have a good series. I really did, but so far struggled. He should have never called himself or proclaimed himself the best big shooting big man ever. I think that was just dumb statement by him because it just anytime he struggles, people are just going to point that out to him. Gerald, did we mess up for not trading? Apparently, fell 24 because uh, he has become a player that I don't think anybody would have realized he would have matured himself to be. So yeah, we did make a mistake in not trading for him. Rudy's got some bad hands. Oh, nice pass. See, that's what bothers me, Nick, is okay, I don't mind them not calling it right now when it's all rough like that and let them play, but then do not make that call on the other end or any end with just like a marginal hit or marginal touch. It, it's it's just irritating at times.
Yeah, lack of just lack of consistency on the officiating front.
Exactly. Cool,
Superhero.
bro. Don't mess with Nick like that. Come on. He's just watching the game, enjoying the game. He's relaxing, man.
Cool, bro. I'll have to get back to you. I really need to study all the characters and give you a correct answer. Alan seems to have the answers for you.
There you go, Iceman. We'll call you Iceman, Cobra. Did I enjoy high school? Mike's, I'm going to say I did not. It was all right at best. I have some friends I still talk to from back in the day. You'll still see me every now and then on the show where my South Torrance High School representation. It was okay. It was, yeah, you could take it or leave it, but nothing too great from it. Do we have reunions? I think they still do. I've never attended one. I know I've been reached out to before in past years for, but just it's like all the friends that I talked to, my closest friends were like a year before or a year after. The people that I knew in my own grade, like just acquaintances at best. So Well, that's good, cool, bro. Yeah, JSJ, mid. I think that's probably the best way. It was mid for me. Cyclops. Well, you'd have to wear sunglasses all the time, cool, bro. I mean, Alan.
Gerald, I feel like people don't really develop in general, right? I'm sure there's exceptions. Like the strongest friendships in high school, I think they probably happen in college or later on in life.
I would say yes. I just got firsthand witness of that with my own daughter. She has a core of my oldest daughter. She has a core of friends that I think are going to last a long time. Most of them are going to, be like her. So I think they're going to continue to try and do stuff together, even though they're all taking separate courses and starting to lead separate lives. But I hear you. The that's with everybody out there. I mean, how many friends do you still have from high school that you still communicate with? Yeah, that's true, JSJ. Friends come and go. I mean, people have their own lives. You gotta live it. You know what, Nick? They haven't done it yet, but I still would love to see a front line just to see for a 2-3 minute stretch, Gobert, Reed, and Towns all at the same time. I would love to see them just try it once.
Just go giant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go super giant and just see if Dallas. You know what, Dallas? Here you go. Especially without Maxi Cleaver right now in the lineup. That's what I do. Just for 2-3 minutes, see how it looks. What? That was a good pass though by Gobert. That was the right move. He was going to be stacked if he got close to the basket. Oh, nice. Anton's trying to do it. See, that's how little faith that they have in Gobert. Ant will try to go 1-on-5 rather than pass the ball to Gobert. Right now they are, Alan. Right now, Minnesota they look like they're the better team, but they're just going through the motions at times. They look like they're the more talented team than Dallas. But Dallas looks more into it. Dallas looks more ready to play. What happened to the chat last night? I don't know. No worries. Apologies taken. Apologies all good.
Is
Hold on.
JSJ talking about the chat on playback or
Must have been on the no, on the late night with me and John Costa.
okay.
Must have been. I don't know what was so offensive. I think you did good. I think you're fine, JSJ.
Gerald, what time did you end up going live with John? Is it 11?
I think it was around 10:45.
Okay.
You know, I talked to Joe. I said, can can you go can you go on the air? And he, Joe's response, I can't do it on tonight. I said, all right. What do I said to anybody out there? I was asking for a couple hours if anyone was available, and then John reached out to me and said, "Hey, Gerald, I'd like to come on back on the show." I said, "Well, are you available tonight? Let's do it."
You did Bill O'Reilly. Let's do it live.
Yeah, let's go. Ready in 5 minutes? Okay, let's go.
You remember that Bill O'Reilly clip, right, Gerald?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yep. A hot mic. That was a hot mic if there ever was one. That mic was sizzling. Yeah, that's good D right there. Who inspired me? That is a great question. When it comes to moderating, I think he no longer does podcasts. Oh, that's a good pass. Oh, what a block. I kind of moderate a style after somebody from IGN who still works there as the film editor. His name is Jim Vedveda. He used to do a movies podcast back in the early 2010s. I was already doing shows at that time, but it was kind of all over the place. So I listened to him and I thought, man, he's got a good way of doing it. Just as far as making sure everybody's involved, making sure if they're there for, like earlier today, I did a interview with my good friends about their upcoming docuseries. So make sure the product is plugged. I just thought I'd go ahead and learn some things from him, but it's probably where I learned it the most. You're not useless, cool bro. But when you ask so many annoying questions, it's really hard for us to go ahead and be serious after an hour of hearing your Marvel questions, my friend. Cool bro. If you do enough of them, they do get on a little bit on people's nerves. I'm just gonna say that now. Every now and then, part of a chat, but
No comment, cool, bro.
he could take the fifth. But cool, bro, we like having you around. We enjoy your banter back and forth. He said no comment, cool, bro. How is he on your side? I don't get that. That's usually an admission of guilt when you say no comment or I'll take the fifth. Gerald, will Cool Bro have been one of my best friends in high school? That's a good question. I think he would have been an acquaintance. I think we would have known each other. I don't know. I was possibly.
You would
been friends.
you would have been cordial, right, Gerald?
Yeah. He doesn't like video games like I do, so but he does like basketball, so we would probably gotten out of the court. But he doesn't like video games because I was huge into arcades at that point in time. And also that was mid 80s, so of course I was into Atari, all that. Oh my god, that's scary, cool bro. See, but cool, bro. I would have been bad at getting you girls because I was I was terrible with the ladies in high school.
Cool bro saying that you're his best friend.
Oh dear God, please help me. Cool, bro. You just told me you had a lot of friends in school. Anoint them one of your best friends. Don't annoy the strange 55-year-old man you know on the internet as your best friend. That's a travel and a half. Did he get hurt? I tried to because I've lived a life, cool bro. Hopefully he's okay. If I'd have known, I know the question earlier, FL24 is, did I enjoy high school? If I'd have known then what I know now, I would have done so many things differently in high school. Well, that's one thing FL24 at the height of podcasting, like late in 20, I did try to go ahead. I did send out my resume to some schools to see if any of them were interested. Because I know there's a select amount of schools out there, either high schools or colleges that are doing media classes with a focus on podcasting. There was, especially in the late 2010s when the podcasting boom really came about. Podcasting is not as prevalent now as it once was. It's still big out there, of course, but it's kind of flatlining as an industry. So I was putting my resume out there to see if I could get become an instructor, because I feel I could give a good class. I could teach a class the structure of how to create good programming. Nick says no. So Nick, you're his second best friend.
Yeah, I just saw that, Gerald. Gerald, as far as like the classes for podcasting or media, did you kind of learn things on your own through experience, or did you take
Yes.
courses on this? Or
Oh, all of it's experience. I did go to National University to go back and get my bachelor's degree in the mid 2010s. It's where I met up with Josh, my co-host for the Cosmos, Nick.
oh yeah, Josh.
Yeah.
He's in Texas, right?
He lives now in Texas. Yeah, he was originally based in Orange County at the time I met him, but he and his wife moved out to Texas a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, we went to the journalism school together. I could refine things. That going to journalism school helped me better as an interviewer. It helped me a lot as an interviewer as far as what context, how to listen more, how to understand, how to facilitate conversations better. I think it's improved my skills as a communicator and as a podcaster. And I think, if a school were ever to be interested in paying for my services, I would love to teach a course in podcasting. JSJ, no comment. Glad to have everyone here. It is the Lakers Fast Break. Laker Nick and I bringing it down for the fourth quarter. Minnesota's playing with its food. There you go. I mean, Nick, I just feel like at any point in time, Minnesota can go on a run, and then that's it. It just seems like it's harder work for Dallas to stay close, like yesterday in Indiana. But you know what? You play with your food long enough, Nick, and Indiana showed that they could really get close and should have won that game.
Yeah, Gerald, and obviously, you can't play with your food, especially when you have a team like Dallas that has a player like Kyrie Irving that has been in clutch situations in the past.
Exactly. So A show tonight depends on Joe, Sean, John, Nick. Getting Nick for an extended period of time is hard.
Gerald, I was about to mention it also depends on Cool Bro. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, your new second best friend.
And your best friend, Gerald.
Oh, yeah, great. Now that you know that it pissed me off when Joe got everybody on the Clippers thing on me, and I hated absolutely being thought of in that realm. This will be just as bad. Now I'm Cool Bro's best friend. Thanks a lot, Cool Bro.
Gerald, I'm surprised that Joe is 6th on Cool Bro's list, though.
Joe needs to rise up, Cool Bro. Joe needs to rise up to number 1. I know, isn't that scary, JSJ? You know what? Actually, oh, good rebound. The thing is, Nick, we all kid about Cool Bro, and I know we're sometimes hard on him, but you know what? I like the fact that it's not great that he's with us, because I think he should be with his own age group and all that, but at least he's not out doing bad stuff as 16-year-olds can do. So
Yeah, he's getting the word out there on the LFB, and he's been a loyal member for a few months now, I think. Maybe coming up on a year.
Yep.
I don't know.
And, we're glad to have you here, my friend Cool Bro. I know we're hard on you sometimes, but it's still good to have you here. Well, it's always Lakers season, Cool Bro. I mean, told Nick off the air, and I've told other people I plan to do while we're doing this year round. I would like to one day eventually make this a viable business and compensate people for their times. That's the goal. I mean, we're not even close to doing it now, but there is the hope that one day we can make this a big community. I mean, Lakers Nation did it. Why can't we? He said he did FL24. I think he did. So. Yeah, LI5. He's more successful than us. That's his livelihood. He's now at a point where he's getting 2, 3, 4,000 views on his channel, his shows every day, and more power to him. He is at a point where I'd like to be at.
Who's this, Gerald?
Lakers in 5.
Oh, Lakers in 5. Oh, he's already there.
Yeah, he's already there. He's already. I mean, he's got about 5,000. I'll look it up right now. But he is at the point where his videos are getting enough where he can start thinking of it as a viable business. I can't right now for Lakers Fast Break. It's nowhere. It's not even in the stratosphere of being a viable business. But Lakers in 5, he can start looking at it now as because he's got 6,000 subscribers and he gets. Yeah, he just got 38,000 views on Paul George to Lakers, Nick. He streamed it about 20 hours ago. He was on for 4.5 hours. Got about 38,000 views. So that's viable. Most of his stuff is usually 2,000 to 3,000 views, Nick. But man, this is his life now. It's become his life.
Yeah, I've noticed that, and he's a good guy. He has a different format, right, Gerald, where he has people kind of like log in and kind of join in on an ad hoc basis. It's less organized than I think your programming.
Well, that's what I want. I just want a more structure because I structure everything out like a radio show. Because I don't know if Joe's content will ever be allowed for a radio show. I know Joe talks about him being, on Sirius, like to go on Sirius, whatnot. But if he really truly wants to be on Sirius, then he has to choose his words a little bit better on some occasions. Because I think he goes overboard. He's fine for a YouTube audience, but there's a limit on how far that audience I think will be for us because he is so divisive with his comments. But I'm hoping that may come to pass, and we could be on a larger platform that will get us a wider audience because I think that's what we need. He does FL24, but he also sends some away. I have actual written proof of that. So I mean, he's very divisive. Well, at least if it's on TikTok, JSJ, it'll get banned immediately. Because the second to last short I did got TikTok to ban Lakers fast break. That is just bad offense right there. Why do you give it to Go? That's not in Gobert's wheelhouse to do. That was a mistake right there. That's how you keep Dallas in the game with poor offense. Thank you, FL24. Again, I wish we could duplicate every one of you guys like times 10. I just, we have a slow growth and it's always greatly appreciated, but we always have the hope that that becomes more viable to a larger audience. He's now heating up.
Gerald, I will say that like I've noticed that other channels may have more subscribers, right, than the LFB currently.
Mm-hmm.
But when the LFB goes live, for example, on YouTube or what have you, LFB, even though it may have less subscribers, has much more audience interaction in the chat.
And that's great. And I just wish it could also translate to a growing audience. I see Empire Jeff TV, and more power to him because he has a lot bigger social media influence. He does a great job of with, even though he has less subscribers, he's still able to get substantially more views on his shows, and more power to him from that. Same thing with Lakers in 5. I'm just hoping that one day we can build an audience to where it's large enough that we can do that. And we're trying to get the audience involved as much as we can while still having time to go ahead and have our own personal discussions for whoever joins the show. So. Nick starting a law channel. I don't know. That'd be really good. I mean, we see it all the time as far as the analysis for certain cases there, Nick.
Yeah, I guess we could talk about the Diddy case and all that.
It's proven to be fascinating when you do discuss it, when you do talk about it. But yeah, Lakers in 5. That's the direction I want. I'm hoping that one day we can get to. But as far as everyone, I'm not ashamed to say it to people that's our hope.
Yeah, and Gerald, I think that's a realistic goal because even Lakers in 5 at 6,000 subscribers or so. I mean, it's not like the LFB has 50 subscribers right now. It's creeping inch by inch into the 2,000 subscriber range, and
Yes,
once it's 2,000, maybe 3,000 becomes easier, and then 4,000 becomes even more easy, and hopefully it just starts. Hopefully it just starts to snowball. But I do think that it's a realistic goal. I hope that the LFB could get to 2,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the summer. I don't know if that's like too ambitious or if
Well, right
maybe we
now,
could talk
based
about
off our
goals.
numbers, it would be hard for us to do so. We average right now about 75 new subscribers a month. So that would have to increase. That would have to, our big times, the upcoming would be during summer league games, Nick, the draft, and free agency. If we can get it, the bulk of our subscribers, then that's a possibility.
Yeah, I remember we had like a really good showing, and I was on the show for the free agency deadline. I think it was June 30th, or
Yes.
yeah, like I remember. I think you had over 300 people on the stream at one point.
Yeah, that was a good day, and I was very thankful for it. And it's funny because all the guys are conversating, and I'm just like, I have to butt in. Please like and subscribe. I just got to remind people. I know the YouTubers out there. That's all they tell you is please like and subscribe. But that's what YouTube beats in your head. I mean, I go into my notes, and that's what YouTube tells you to do is just remind people to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Yeah, search and destroy. Great moderator, JSJ. I have nothing but the highest of things to say about him. So
Gerald,
sure.
just random question. Have you seen, maybe I haven't seen him, but have you seen Intel lately?
Not. I know that was asked last night. Everybody's kind of worried about him,
I hope he's okay.
as do I. I'm hoping he's okay as well. He was our biggest, benefactor as far as giving us money and all that, and that's great. But you kind of just miss him around there. Even if he wasn't giving us a cent, you just worry about the individual and hope everything's okay. Their offense is just, again, that's their best defense. Is the poor offense of Minnesota.
Gerald, did Intel ever email you personally? Maybe it'd be worth just checking in with him. I don't know.
I don't think I ever got his contact information. I'll look it up, see if I did, but I don't think I ever did get his because I don't think he ever responded to. I think we were going to offer him some merchandise at one time. Joe was. I don't think we ever got it from him, but I'll take a look at it. So you don't think Conley is a true point guard, Alan?
Gerald, if Dallas wins, this is a massive blow
Yeah, it is.
to many.
But then again, they lost their games at home against Denver. Okay, Alan. Okay. It's got floor burn. JSJ, that's funny. Gobert. I'm not saying you're wrong on that, JSJ, but it's just so funny the way you say that about the 4-time defensive player of the year. I think you mean offense. Yeah, that's what that's better, JSJ. No worries. Well, there you go, Alan. Your pick is looking good right now. Do I have a good? Well, I use, and I know my in-laws. They were talking about it the other day for the graduation party. If you're a member of Costco, they have a offshoot that they do through their website. It goes to American Family Insurance. They do give a special discount for Costco members. So I would recommend that. We save quite a bit over what I was paying with Allstate.
And Gerald, I assume it's like pretty good coverage.
Yeah, it's the same coverage for less. The only thing with them is it's so weird because they do not use an app. It's all still like, okay, they have to mail you little paper cards and stuff. They have a 800 number and all that, but oh man, that would have killed. But yeah, because I complained why they don't have an app. But other than that, yeah, it's the same coverage I had with Allstate for less. Same numbers.
Yeah, the issue sometimes it's like customer service. Hopefully, you never have to use it, Gerald. But getting a hold of these insurance companies is sometimes very difficult.
Yes. Cool, bro. Your age already makes you pay your parents pay high for insurance. That's what Gobert can do right there. Do not pass it to him unless you have that right there. Because you said you make sure you have a bad insurance record. Why do you have to make sure you have to? Your age, you're a high risk driver for insurances. That's why once you become a driver and you get insured under your parents' insurance, their premium will go up dramatically. Oh wow, he shot that from half court almost. Yes, I have been. I've been in more than my share of car accidents. Yes, a couple times my fault early on in my life, but mostly I've been at victim. Cool, bro. The way you can help your parents, just keep getting good grades, and your car insurance your car insurance premium goes down. It does help that you get good grades. Students that are doing better in school have a tendency to be better drivers based on studies. Well, there you go. Yeah, you said that before, and congratulations for that. Keep that up. It is in your best interest to keep that up. Once you're in sophomore and junior or senior classes, school, bro, start looking into taking college credit courses so that because you have, I guess now they have, Nick, they have like weighted and unweighted classes now. Because I'm like I remember the first conversation a couple of years ago I had with my oldest daughter on that, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a 3.9 something, and I'm a 4.8 weighted and unweighted." I'm like, "What the hell do you mean?"
Yeah, it's because the AP classes, right, or the
Yes,
honors classes gets an extra
yes,
point. Yeah.
exactly, Nick. AP classes, honor classes, yeah. dual credit classes. Cool, bro. You're gonna have to start looking into it because you're gonna have to worry about what's your weighted grade and what's your unweighted grade. Boy, these are just such random questions. FL24, crazy. Actually, I can't say it was too bad because we usually went out. The cafeteria was lame, so once I got a car at 16 to drive out with my friend, we would go hit the highway and either next door, or we would just walk off campus, have food, or my favorite lunch being he's got to hit that. My favorite lunch with my friend was going to AM PM. Get this, Nick, the Cool Bro Breakfast of Champions. 2 hamburgers with all the condiments on it, chips and a drink for 99 cents.
2 burgers for $1, basically.
Yes, at AM PM. And then there's also was a very short bit of time in SoCal as Anthony Edwards hits the 3. There was actually, get this, guys, a spot, a small chain. It was only open for a little while, and you could guess by the name why. Was 39-cent hamburger. There was actually a chain called 39-cent hamburger. Look it up.
Yeah, well, Gerald, you might remember this. Remember when McDonald's used to have like the 29-cent or 19-cent cheeseburgers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd remember. It's crazy. That is crazy. But you got to remember, I was eating in the 80s as a kid. And like I said, my diet was not that far off from Cool Bro, which is exactly why I'm telling Cool Bro not to do what he's doing right now.
Gerald, and when you were getting those 2 burgers for $1, I obviously $1 was worth more than it is now, but like I assume it was still cheap, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, I went to high school in the mid 80s. So it was still cheap. Even when I came up to Las Vegas in the 90s, I told you the story before. Like, one of the reasons, man, I was working in Hollywood, but it was still getting kind of expensive. But I came to Las Vegas, and it was, just even having regular jobs, you save so much money because you could eat so cheap in this town. Like, we go to the Rebel gas stations around here, which was right behind 7-Eleven as far as popularity. And you could get 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for 99 cents in the mid 90s. And it was just like the bomb. So you could get pizza under $1. You could get breakfast for 77 cents. So yeah. Keep at it, cool bro.
Gerald, on the food front, as you probably saw, Red Lobster's in bankruptcy now.
Yes, that's very sad. But the bright side is that somebody's going to buy off the brand just to keep selling the biscuits.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah.
That's a killer. Yes, I have. Yes, I have JSJ. Oh, okay, that's cool. I've heard it's a good school. Heard good things. That's weak. That is weak. What do you say, Nick?
Very weak.
That's weak. That's weak.
Yeah, very weak.
That's not bad. That's weak. That's a basket. That's a basket.
Gerald JSJ saying that he went to Eleanor Roosevelt High School.
Say again, Nick. I couldn't hear you.
JSJ is saying that he went to that high school, the Eleanor Roosevelt High School.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eleanor
yeah.
Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's where JSJ went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that's cool because I mean, like I said, I've heard good things from that school. I went to South Torrance, just to give everybody a heads up. The Spartans. That's why you'll see me sometimes wear the green shirt, and it'll match what Elrob, who loves Michigan State. So that was wrong. I think they got robbed there. Makeup. That's a makeup. Oh, that's cool, bro. Although I probably wouldn't have put out that information because that's where you currently go. That's a bad pass by Conley. Minnesota did this to themselves because their offense again is their Achilles heel. He would if they need new turf, cool, bro. No, don't do that. Don't go all out like Sean did. Yeah, Sean gave out his address and everything. I was like, that's not good. You don't want to do that. I don't want to know, cool, bro. I don't want to know. Let me ask what time we're doing a show tonight. Got the all NBA teams to talk about and the massive bonuses that some are now eligible for. Should have doubled them.
Critical possession.
Yep. That's
Gerald,
it. That's the game.
Once again, why are they going for that shot?
You didn't need it.
I think you're right, Gerald. I think that was game.
Their offense is their Achilles heel. That's really what the reason why the Mavericks won is because the offense just gets so bogged down for the Wolves, and they just. But you know what? Credit the Mavs. They took advantage. Kyrie in that first half, Luka in the second. They got the job done. Oh my gosh, FL 24. Maverick on the Mavericks. All right. Looks like Joe is not available for the next week. So I will set up for right now after the game. I think he's just busy, FL 24. I think when he gets like short like that, so the answers, he's busy doing Sim Blades or Joe stuff. Want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight. Truly appreciate it. I think I guess I'm going to go on talking about the all-star teams, the all NBA teams that were made known today, all three teams. So we talking about that, plus wrapping up the Dallas Mavericks victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves today. Looks like it's going to happen. We'll be talking about that as well. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, cool, bro. Joe is not going to be available for a while, so what are you going to do? Laker Nick, you're more than welcome to join, my friend. I did send the link out for tonight's show. So,
Okay. Oh yeah, I just saw it, Gerald. Thank you.
all right. Yeah, I'm going on right after the game, everyone. NBA observations will be coming up right here. We'll talk about the All-NBA team as this game is over, and Dallas does take the first game, 108 to 105. No, Frank is going to be a happy guy. All right, sounds good. Looking forward to having you there. It is Gerald Glassford and Laker Nick. Nick, truly appreciate it, my friend. Any last thoughts before we head on out?
No, Gerald, just that, it obviously sets the tone for the rest of the series with Minnesota now having to come back and really at least get one win here at home and split the games.
Well, I think we'll have a series now. It's going to be a long series, I think, no doubt about that right now with the win today. So definitely looking forward to seeing what happens in this series. And yeah, absolutely. I truly appreciate, Nick, you stopping by, and everybody else out there, Alan, JSJ, Cool Bro, FL24. Always great to have you here. So, all right, my friend, you're always welcome to join in here in a couple minutes. But if not, I will see you soon.
Appreciate it, Gerald. Yeah, and whenever you have another playback, happy to join. If I'm available.
You got it, my friend. Will do.
Thanks, Gerald. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Great to have you here. Alan, you called it. There you go. Pat yourself on the. You were like Nostradamus. Well, I wish you would have been more like Nostradamus on the Lakers. Well, I think we all were Nostradamus on the Lakers. We didn't think they were going to go very far. So, but with that said, we'll go ahead and hit you guys up here in just a second, right here on the Lakers Fast Break podcast.